Hello, viewers and gamers. I'm the Broken Gamer, and welcome to more Seduce Me. Yeah, I decided to go with James on this one, and then if you guys want, I'll do more with the other boys. So, but yeah, for the next few, we're gonna be romancing James. So here we go. Back to where we left. James and I headed out to the garden. It had been years since I had been in the small field. The gazebo was smaller than I remembered, but I had grown up since I had last seen it. James rolled up his sleeves and took a breath of air before sighing contentedly.
So, we need to cater to the plants and make sure there are no muddy spots in the grass. It may take a while. Are you sure you wish to help me and not the others?
Yeah. I shook my head and rolled up my sleeves as well. I can handle it. I'd rather work outside anyway. James nodded with a smile before handing me a watering can, gesturing to a group of flowers by the side of the yard. I walked over and began to water the flowers. However, the silence took control of the air. I felt the need to start a conversation. If we don't say anything, how's that starting a conversation? Let's ask him a question. So, do you like flowers? I wanted to smack myself. What a terrible conversation starter. Well, it's not the best conversation starter, but it's not exactly terrible. I mentally slapped myself before hearing James chuckle softly. I turned to look at him as he nodded.
They have a wonderful aesthetic. Many people would think that flowers are simple and rather boring, but I've learned secrets about flowers.
I like flowers, they're nice. My favorite, though, I think are lilies. Lilies or lilacs. I like lilacs because they're my favorite color, which is purple, so. Oh, jeez. Ew.
They have a wonderful aesthetic.
Yeah, I know. Sorry. I keep doing that. It's because I'm using a mouse. Dang it. I should probably use the enter button. Sid. That way I'm not scrolling. Secrets about flowers? Like, what, like a special way to water them or something?
You could say that. There are right and wrong ways to water flowers.
I did not know that. Can you show me? James gave a small smirk before walking over, standing behind me. I instantly blushed as he brought his arms underneath mine, guiding my watering can. The water gently poured over the dirt, sinking into and dissolving into the roots. However, my concentration on the water was broken by the sound of James's voice in my ear.
Flowers need to be cared for gently, like a fragile light. Too much power and they'll break, but too little and they'll wither and fade away. It's like caring for a pet or a loved one.
You read that right next to you. I would be blushing like crazy too. A loved one? For some reason, those three words echoed into my head. James continued to guide my watering can, using gentle hands to lead my arms and my body. It was almost like a dance. I'm not good at dancing. I can, but I'm not good at it, so... yeah, I look silly doing it, so... Eventually, he let go and stepped away. I turned to him as he simply smiled at me before returning to his work. I felt my face with my hand, feeling the extreme warmth before shaking my head and continuing to water the remaining plants. The hour of the party had arrived. In my mind, I kept double and triple checking the essentials for the party. Knowing my dad, he invited his business partners and the executives of the Anderson Company to show me off. I stood in front of the mirror in my room, staring at my form as a million thoughts ran through my mind. It was just a housewarming party, but at the same time it wasn't. Yeah, the dad seems like a bit of a pain in the butt. Even though he may have the answers to heart, there is a difference between trying to make things better and just like pushing people away. And he's kind of starting to push his own daughter away, which is not good. It was my chance to show my dad that I was better than his expectations. It was a chance for my parents to see me as a woman. It was my test to see if I was really ready to live on my own. Well, not truly alone. I had the incubi to thank, but even so, I didn't have my dad guiding me, or my mom helping me through this alone, living alone. A knock on my door broke my thoughts, surprising me. Who is it?
Hey, are you okay in there? Your parents should be here soon, so you should hurry getting ready.
Well, I'm ready, but...
But what? I'm sure you look fine, Anderson. Just come on out.
Alright. As soon as I opened the door to the hall, I watched as Naomi and Zuzu's face turned from smiles to complete awestruck stares. Oh, I like Naomi's dress. Ooh, Zuzu's outfit's nice too. But I also like the dress that I'm wearing. All three outfits are great. As soon as I opened the door to the hall, oh, I already read that. Whoops. What?
Dude, you look hot.
Thanks.
Yeah, you look amazing. Where did you get that dress?
I've had it for a while. I just never had the chance to wear it. I figured I might as well bring it out now. Ooh, all the boys look nice. I stepped out of my room and closed my bedroom door behind me. As I walked down the hall to the grand lobby, the incubi stood waiting for me at the bottom, all dressed up to the nines as proper servants.
Whoa, they really know how to dress well, don't they?
Yes, they do. Yeah. I was slightly taken aback by how great the boys looked in uniform. Each had the poise of a perfect gentleman, even Sam. I slowly began to climb down the top of the stairs with Zuzu and Naomi behind me. The boys watched as I descended the staircase, one step at a time. Like knights in waiting for their princess, I felt my face slightly flush, but I quickly shook my head, trying to regain my thoughts. As I reached the last step, James offered his hand out to me and walked me down the final step, smiling.
As beautiful as a princess, miss.
Oh, James, you're so sweet. Thank you.
So, are you prepared for tonight?
Well, in this situation, as ready as I'll ever be. I couldn't deny that I was nervous, but I had to try. This party was more important than it seemed. I had done all that I could, provided it was for... I butchered that. This party was more than what it seemed, and I had done all I could to prepare for it. Now it is up to fate. The other boys smiled assuringly at me, which made me feel a little bit better about everything. I looked at my phone and marked the time. Almost right on cue, the doorbell rang. I gulped. I could practically feel my dad's order from behind the door. Sam and I quickly rushed to the door and opened the double doors wide to reveal my parents, both dressed in their best. Ooh, the mom's dress is nice. Ooh, I like that necklace. Sorry, I'm getting off topic. Hey, Mom. Hey, Dad.
Oh my, I didn't know your bequeathment came with servants.
It was probably overlooked. Besides, who would deny good service?
Well, that actually is a good point. Who would deny good service? I was completely shocked. My parents didn't question the boys? Didn't ask for verification or anything? I looked to the boys and noticed Sam and Eric staring intently at my parents. Were they using their powers on them? They had to be. There's no way they'd be okay with this otherwise.
I guess the servants counted as belongings to the house.
My mother quickly rushed to me, giving me a large hug. I hugged her back, inhaling her perfume. It had only been a couple of days, but living away from the ones who raised me was hard. My mother soon let me go and looked at my outfit.
Gorgeous. You look so lovely. David, look at your daughter and tell her I'm right.
I looked at my dad, who was looking around the lobby like an inspector. I stood my ground, waiting for him to look at me. When he did, he let out a small smile. He let a small smile grace his lips.
Your mother's right. You look like you're all grown up.
The world around me stopped as my heart pounded in my chest. Did my dad just compliment me on his own accord? My mother was grinning from ear to ear, hearing his words. I was beyond speechless. I would be too, if someone who was practically forcing me to become like a CEO was actually a compliment in me without needing any persuasion. I would be speechless at that point too. Thank you, Daddy. However, his cold face quickly returned as he began to look around once again.
I assume that you're ready, then, to impress the rest of the guests, correct?
What do you mean?
The entire board from Anderson Toys is coming tonight. Even the vice chairman's son will be coming. All of them will be measuring your potential.
Oh, good Lord. My potential?
To become CEO of the company.
This again. I knew it. Something was off about tonight, and this party had become much more than I anticipated. I gulped slightly, but nodded in response. I looked to the incubi. They were continuing to be servants for my father's approval. I looked behind me and saw Naomi and Zuzu raise their thumbs up at me for encouragement. I let out a small breath before feeling my body accept the situation. I felt a weight in my gut, but I had to hide it. As time zoomed forward, all of a sudden the main hall of the lobby was filled with guests. Men and women in formal or business attire showed up to meet me and see my new home. I didn't expect many to come, but I was once again surprised that night. I shook hands with many official and exclusive members, putting on the professional face my dad trained me to have. I felt overwhelmed, but I hid it well behind a smile and a handshake. Many even asked me questions as I tried my best to reply as maturely as possible. I had to remember, say what they want to hear, not what you want to say.
So, how do you feel living on your own at such a young age?
Oh, where's my mouse? I'm doing my best.
I'm so sorry about your grandfather passing away. It really hit all of us hard.
Thank you for your
Do you
condolences.
have college plans?
Well, in this kind of situation, I guess I would. Yes I do. I felt the questions come quickly one after another. It was tough to answer some, because they weren't about me, they were about the company.
What do you think will happen with the company now that your grandfather has passed?
Depends on who
What
runs
do you
it.
think of the philanthropic policy the company has?
It's great.
Do you think the company should expand from just toys?
Well, it's a toy company, but yeah, there's always room for expansion, so, it's a possibility. Eventually, the question stops, and I was back to being myself. Naomi and Suzu were mingling in the crowds, and the incubi were doing their jobs, so I was all alone in a room full of strangers. It was unnerving to think about, but at least I wasn't being questioned left and right anymore. Suddenly, though, my mom pushed her way through the crowd toward me, bringing someone I didn't know.
Honey, I'd like to introduce you to someone. This kind gentleman is the son of the vice chairman.
Oh? With my mother stood a man who looked only a couple years older than me. He smiled and held out his hand to me, silently asking for my hand.
Hi, I'm Andrew Lewis. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Anderson.
Oh, let's give him a handshake, yeah. As I placed my hand in his, he raised it to his lips and kissed over my knuckles. I felt my face burn slightly at the gesture. Andrew smiled at me before releasing my hand.
I'm honored to be invited here.
My mother smiled at both of us, which made me slightly concerned. Why was she so excited to introduce me to Andrew? Yeah, that would be concerning. Is mother trying to set me up with Andrew?
So, you organized this party very well, Miss Anderson.
Well, we're not gonna say nothing, because that seems kind of rude, but... I'm gonna be polite and say thank you.
You're welcome. Praise is very much deserved.
Andrew then chuckled nervously, bringing a soft fist to his lips to cover his laugh properly before smiling at me.
I'm sorry if I seem a little forward. I've just been excited to meet Harold Anderson's granddaughter.
Huh? Why?
He used to talk about you all the time in the office on how you helped him refine his toys. I only attended meetings and heard all of the stories. You've helped a lot with the success of the company without having to actually work there.
Oh wow, I didn't know he talked about me. That would explain everyone's fascination with me and their rather personal questions. I looked at Andrew, who had a kind face to me. Something about him seemed off, and I didn't know what it was. He seemed to be hiding something. Whether it was good or bad, I was not able to find it. Oh, good lord. It's Father! I felt someone walk up beside me, causing me to turn to them. Next to me was my dad, giving his cold stare to Andrew, who suddenly became tense.
So, you're Jared's son.
Dad, be nice! Andrew's body twitched slightly. Whether it was from fear or insult, Andrew locked eyes with my father. I couldn't help but feel the tension between them. It irked me how fragile the air had become. Enough to break at the wrong word.
You're the one who wants to be the next CEO of the Anderson Company.
Well...
I stared at Andrew. This guy wanted to take my grandfather's place as CEO? I thought the vice chairman wanted the position.
David, leave the poor boy alone.
I'm merely testing the boy's conversational skills. Nothing wrong with that.
Of course not, sir.
And polite as well. Interesting.
If you'll excuse me.
Quickly, Andrew retreated away from my family into the crowd of people. Oh, poor Andrew. I'm gonna stay put because I know if I follow him, my father will be angry with me, and I've worked kind of hard to make sure he's not angry with me, so I watched as he disappeared into the crowd towards the back of the house. I was worried, but I gave him his space. He obviously needed it.
Peh. He's not CEO material.
Father!
That's because you practically interrogated the young man.
A little questioning shouldn't have bothered him. He's obviously not ready for any title in our company.
I agree with Mother. He was practically grilling the boy. Well, the man. Since he's a couple years older than me, I don't think I should be calling him a boy. I bit my tongue. I didn't want to make a scene with my dad. One wrong word and he'd lecture me in front of everyone. That was not something I wanted at my housewarming party. I lay outside before looking at the clock. It was getting close to midnight, meaning the party was going to end soon. I lowered my gaze to the window and saw a limo pull up. Huh? Whose limo is that?
Oh, that must be Lewis's car.
I'll go get him. Stay with your father so you can escort your guests out together.
Yes, Mom. My mother left my dad and me slowly to escort the guests out. My dad held a simple smile as he thanked each person for coming. I did the same. Andrew quickly passed the doors before I could speak. Eventually, only Zuzu, Naomi, my parents, and the incubi were left. My dad suddenly walked over to me and placed a hand on my shoulder with a smile. I stared at him, a wave of confusion washing over my face. What?
You did good tonight. I'm proud.
Ah, thank goodness. Oh, thank you, Dad.
Keep it up, and you'll be a good CEO.
Is that really all you think about? Oh, right.
All right. Your mother and I have to leave. I'm sure Naomi and Suzu need to leave as well. Just because it's Saturday doesn't mean you should stay up all night.
Oh, right.
Thanks for having us. It was a great party.
You're welcome, Naomi.
We'll come visit tomorrow or something. All right?
All right. Right. See ya.
Good night, sweetie. Come visit us soon.
Will do. All four of the remaining guests left the building, but my dad, waving back at me. With the last of the guests gone, I silently sat on the staircase, exhausted. Phew, that was tiring.
It's not like you had to do any work, though.
Give her a break, man. She was getting interrogated left and right.
Yeah, getting interrogated is tiring. Ugh.
She handled herself the best she could.
As expected, princess.
Eric, you're so nice. Well, all of them are pretty nice. Sam is a little... oh, what's the right word for it? I can't think of the right word, but... but he's alright.
Since you're exhausted, why not head to bed? We can clean up.
Ugh.
Sam, please don't complain.
Hush, Sam.
Are you guys sure?
Positive. It shouldn't take long.
Ho ho ho! It didn't take long to find you little shits after all.
What? Isn't that the same voice from my dream? I felt a hot shudder run down my spine. The voice from my dream echoes through the air to my ears. I looked around, panicked, and alongside the incubator. James placed a hand on my shoulder, trying to remain calm.
Don't worry. No one will hurt you.
Are you sure? Are you really sure?
All four of us shot our heads towards the doors, finally pinning down the direction of the voice. The doors quickly swung open to reveal the sight I never expected to see. Yeah, you don't see people with white hair and red skin with black and yellow eyes. Skin as red as blood, eyes black and gold piercing into mine, roughed up clothes, and a pistol in his hand. I saw a monster. I covered my mouth not to scream at the sight. Dried blood covered the bandana around his neck as he smirked at me and the boys around me. Beside the red-skinned man was a similar-looking woman in matching thug-like clothes.
Oh, what's the matter, boys? You really didn't think I wouldn't find you, did you?
Isn't that also the same voice from the very, very start?
I hoped you would, you piece of...
All of a sudden, the man raised his gun at Sam's face and instantly pulled the trigger. Sam! We all gasped in shock, instinctively expecting to see a bullet run through Sam's face, but what?
What the fuck?
What?
What should have been a headshot ended with a loud but empty blank shot. The pistol echoed its empty shots as the man grew more and more pissed, pulling the trigger over and over in aggravation. Luckily for my ears, it became quieter after the first shot.
Why the fuck won't you work?
This place is protected.
What did you say, Shrimp?
This place has a seal, protecting it from hellborn magic.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean? Ah!
The man growled and threw his gun at Sam, who dodged it in time. The pistol bounced off the ground a couple times before sliding further away, hitting the wall in a final stop. As it stopped moving, the gun faded into a black flame and disappearing in the air.
The previous owner had this place protected by magic, Malix.
Malix. That was his name. His existence resonated in the memory of the dream I had. However, I looked to Matthew in the same confusion as Malix did. This place is protected by magic?
It would seem that your grandfather had some sort of protective barrier around this house. From the looks of it, it only disables hellborn magic.
Malix's face grew in extreme anger, his fist tending as if he was crushing a stress ball.
Then what's stopping me from dragging your asses out and shooting you then?
I think it's like 5. What was it? 5 against 5 for. Yeah, that's 5 against like 2. That's kind of an unfair advantage to you, but there's 5 against 2, man. You're not gonna win. Out of pure instinct, I stepped forward and placed myself between Malix and the boys. With no power, Malix wasn't going to fight. I took the chance to stand up to him instead of being powerless like in the dream. Get out of my house, leave them alone. F off. Well, he's threatening the boy, so I'm gonna tell him to leave them alone. Malix stared wide-eyed at my words. I could feel the boys do the same from behind me. Then Malix then smirked and leaned in nose to nose with me.
And just who the fuck are you?
I'm the one who owns the house. That's none of your concern.
You got a big mouth, nameless bitch. You best be careful who you speak to.
Duck. I ducked underneath Malix's incoming hand. I stared at his hand and black flame tattoo in surprise as I took a couple steps back from Malix. Matthew and Damien stepped in front of me, guarding me from Malix with their arms. Oh, I'm glad I clicked that. I think that one seems like it'd be a quick time like event, so I'm glad I made that choice when I did.
A quick one. I'm liking you more and more.
Back off, Malix!
Don't start acting tough, you pathetic excuse of a demon. You need more protection than her.
Shut up!
Oh, did I make the little Matthew cry? Why don't you just grow a pair?
Enough, Malix.
The woman who had been standing in silence the whole time planted a firm hand on Malix's shoulder. Malix looked at her with a growl and a glare that could kill.
Since when did you get the guts to speak out of place?
We both know you've never controlled me. I want them dead just like you do. But now's not the time.
Fuck off! I know what I'm doing.
Do you? Even if you did fight them, there's 5 against 2. We never win.
Yeah, see, she's smart. She knows that it's 5 against 2, and those are not very good odds.
Shut up!
Let's go, Malix! We're wasting our time!
The two growled at each other as if they could use their magic. I could sense that the fire would glow from their teeth. Mouse grunted and glared at the boys. Whoop. I managed to... Okay. I accidentally hit the enter when I didn't mean to. He pointed at James, wanting so badly to use his fingers like a knife.
Just wait, pretty boys. We'll get you and fuck you up real good.
That is some creepy laugh. Then Max turned to me, moving his finger to point directly between my eyes.
And don't think you're safe. Step outside. I dare you.
That laugh is so creepy. With that, Malix and the woman walked out of the mansion. The doors closed behind them. The boys and I alone once again. Leaving the boys and I alone once again. I felt my knees give out from under me, forcing the boys to quickly turn and catch me.
Whoa, whoa! Are you alright?
Aw, thanks for the concern, Sam. It's nice to see that side of you. Yeah. Why was he here?
He's been closely tracking us. Our blood trail from the forest must have led him here.
We should have stopped him and finished it here.
For once, Matthew, I agree with you.
I stood up, rubbed my arms, feeling the goosebumps Malix left behind on me. I couldn't stop myself from shivering in fear of his words. Malix, was he a demon?
That son of a bitch is not a demon. He's a devil.
A devil? There's a difference?
Yes. Demons come from a different plane of existence called the abyssal planes. Devils, however, come from one of the 7 circles of a place humans know as hell. Despite us not being human, we are very different creatures.
We actually have brains, for one. Devils always like to cause trouble and try to kill or torture others for their own enjoyment. Demons, like us, know when to use our powers and when not to. We're not stupid.
Devils follow orders from higher-ups in their order, and their power only comes from their connection to hell. Demons all have free wills and don't rely on where they came from to use their powers.
This was all so confusing. Demons and devils, all the magic that existed, and I happened to land in the middle of it. That would be very confusing. What do we do?
You're safe. You've been protected as well.
What?
What Damien's saying is that the magic that protects this place also protects you.
Your grandfather must have cast it when you last saw him or something of that nature. We can sense its aura around your body.
I couldn't believe my ears. It was the 3rd day of surprises, and this one took the cake in being the most surprising. I felt my head spin once again. What did I get myself into? That would be the same question I would be asking myself. It's like, what did I get into?
Miss, please don't worry. We'll find a way to train ourselves and become stronger to finally finish this feud.
I'm gonna kick his ass right now!
Until then, we'll protect you as much as we can. If Malix comes back, we'll be here for you.
But what about going outside? Won't he?
Like we said, you have a protection spell on you. Even if Malix attacks you, he won't be able to use his magic on you. He'd be just like any other human you can fight back against.
Didn't you say you knew Taekwondo?
Well, yeah. I thought someone would believe that I was mostly safe from Alex. I could not help but feel very nervous and apprehensive about the future. The boys were safe here to train and become stronger. But what if Max did the same? Even more so, I was so lost about how my grandfather knew about magic. I had to find out. At least I had time. I went to bed that night feeling nervous. Despite the words of the incubi, I felt like a target to something I had never been able to explain or prove. Magic, devils, demons. How did all this even happen? Should I really meddle with the situation? There only only staying until after they defeat Melix. That's right. They said they were only staying until after they defeated Melix. After that, my life can go back to normal. Temporarily insane, as Kay would say. The question then, would I want them to leave? If my life went back to normal, then I'd have to care for the house all on my own. I'd get to focus on my life instead of being distracted by the boys. I'd have to. My life. Where was my life going anyway? I was under pressure from my parents, with only my friends and the boys to comfort me. Without the boys, I'd have no way to hide from my responsibilities. Enough. Let's sleep and deal with tomorrow when it comes. Defeating my sense of thought, I felt myself forced.
I promise to be with you forever.
Okay, sorry. I don't know why I keep doing that. Defeating my sense of thought, I forced myself to sleep, unsure of what tomorrow had planned for me. Hopefully, whatever the future had for me, I would be ready for it.
I promise to be with you forever.
That Naomi's voice?
You're so important to me.
Susa?
I swear I'll give my life to you.
That's James.
Please, let me love you.
Eric.
I'll be by your side, always.
Sam.
I can't imagine living without you.
Matthew.
I want to be with you.
Damien.
I love you.
Is that Andrew? So all those voices were saying I love you in a way. I slowly opened my eyes, letting the voices of my dream echo in my head, and forced myself awake. I rubbed my eyes before sitting up and looking at my clock. 7 a.m. Why am I up so early? Yeah, after a late night like that, I would be wondering why I was up so early. I fell back onto the bed and closed my eyes, trying to go back to sleep. However, something kept me awake. Why? It's too early to even be alive. Okay. I'm going to leave this episode of Seduce Me here. I'll continue on with the next part soon. I hope you all are enjoying this so far. I'm really enjoying this and would love to continue as soon as I could. But I must end this for now. So, yeah, I hope you all are having a wonderful day. Please let me know what you think of this and who you would like me to romance next. Or if you want, I'll just go off who my favorites are and go on the list that way. But anyways, I hope you all are having a wonderful day. Don't forget to stay your beautiful, unique, one-of-a-kind selves. I'll see you all whenever I make next. Okay? Bye!